Shorty gon' hit me up on Snapchat, so you know I hate it when
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Neema. Welcome to another edition of Finding Neema, episode 3 you're watching now. What's up, guys? My name is Neema Naz. This is the Finding Neema Podcast. Hey, this is it. We're back, baby. So, welcome to another podcast of mine where I talk about random shit that no one cares about. And also, this video is sponsored by nobody because I'm not famous at all, and I'm not even close. But that's okay, because sometimes you just gotta grind and you gotta wait it out before something happens. And that's the lesson in life. You're gonna fail many times, but you're gonna ultimately have to get back up more times. You know what I'm saying? More times you gotta get up and keep going. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. So, anyways, this week's podcast, I don't even know the name of it, to be honest. I'm gonna know the name after I film it and then talk about whatever I talk about. It is currently April 26th, 2020. Still in quarantine. We're still in quarantine and still hating our lives. Bored at home. You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding. I'm having a good time, to be honest. I'm working on myself. I'm developing better habits, more effective habits, jerking off less. That's pretty exciting, if you ask me. Definitely irking it a little less, which is surprising because you think like you have all this time and you jerk off more, but I'm fucking wanking it less, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm currently, as you can tell, in a different room, in a different background than I was in the previous 2 episodes. The first 2 episodes were in my Airbnb house in Vaughan, Ontario, where I was living for a few months because this house that I'm living in right now that you're seeing in the background, just one of the rooms in my OG house, it flooded. The basement flooded a few months back, and I actually wasn't home. I came home from somewhere. I think I was in Ottawa or something. I was doing stand-up shows all over. And I came back home and I go to the basement and I'm walking, and then all of a sudden I just hear and my socks were getting wet. I was like, hey, why the fuck are my socks getting wet when I'm walking on this floor, on this basement, on the carpet? And I go to the washroom to like take a piss, and then I literally, it was the Titanic in my bathroom. Literally, it was a Persian Titanic. Just so much water in this house, in the basement. You couldn't step anywhere. And then everywhere I step, and there's a kitchen, and there's another room, and there's a studio room, there was another room, and then the whole main area of the basement, all wet, bro. It just kept rising and rising. And so we found out, we're like, where the fuck is this coming? We thought it was originally coming from the pipes, from like inside the house or something, like the water pipes for the sink and like the toilet. It wasn't from the toilet at all. It was nothing. We actually found out because it was pouring rain that day. The rain poured so hard it went into the sewers in the main like roads, and apparently one of the pipes that usually will flow just like anywhere, in just like the main lines, one of the pipes was facing our house. And so instead of it fucking going the normal way, it shit all over our basement, and it became a fucking pool in my basement, pretty much, after like one day of all this rain. And it wouldn't stop. It kept on going. And so we like immediately had to move shit upstairs. Like we called the emergency team to come and like fix this shit or whatever. But by the time they came, it was too late. I was scooping water out with my friend Zach. I remember vividly. He was over, and like, we were just chilling, and then all of a sudden, like, we just feel like the floor being wet. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then we and him were literally in the bathroom scooping out water from the bowl into the sink, into the drain of the shower, and it was doing nothing. And we were just like, our feet were freezing cold. I was surprised we didn't get what was it called, scurvy or some shit the pirates got before, back in the day. And I don't know, we tried to help, but it was a lost cause. And it turned out that we had like $10,000 to $15,000 of damages downstairs with like all our equipment. Me and my brother were living downstairs at that time, and all our shit got fucked. And then so they came, cleared everything out, and then they had to test for asbestos because they suspected that there was asbestos, because it's an old house. This is like 100 years old. Like the fucking walls aren't even like, you can't even see it. There's so much dust. Not because we don't clean, but it's literally just like that. It's that old. It's all dust. This whole house is dust. Actually, it's made out of dust, because it's so old. All right. Anyways, and so they tested for asbestos, and it came back positive. So that's why we're living in an Airbnb. In the previous 2 episodes, you saw me in a different place. I was in a different house, and now we're back. We back, baby. We back, ready to go, back in action, back in the OG house I've been living in for the past 15 to 17 years, I think. It's crazy, man. Time flies. So, anyways, I'm gonna stop fucking boring everybody. If anyone's still watching, that's if. I'm gonna talk about some real shit today. All right? Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna talk about some stupid shit like I always do. Once again, during this podcast, I'm gonna be doing a 5-minute stand-up segment where I try out my brand newest, freshest, shittiest, not worked on jokes that I've written down in my phone in my notes section. So you're gonna get the biggest. Oh, okay. I just burped. Sorry about that. Definitely having a stroke. You're gonna get the biggest sneak peek right here, right now, on this vlog. Fuck vlog. No, it's not. This isn't a vlog, Neema. It's a podcast, the Finding Neema Podcast with Neema Naz. Here we go, guys. I hope everyone's having a good day or a good week. I know it's hard to like do shit and like be in a good mood during these times because everyone's quarantined. But first of all, let me address this. People in the States are fucking dumb. There's people in like Southern California going to the beach already. I'm like, yo, you have the most cases of coronavirus. Why are you going to the beach and tanning your titties when you should be at home not tanning your titties? Like, are they that stupid? Stupid? Huh? Are you that stupid? Right? Like, am I crazy? Am I losing my mind here? Like, what makes you think it's a good idea to leave your house during this quarantine time when this coronavirus is still in the air? To go and, you know what? Our governor, they said we can go out now because everything's good. Like, we need to continue. And people in Georgia, Jesus Christ, the mayor of Georgia or whoever the fuck said it. He's like, yeah, we need to open up barbershops and we need to open up the barbershops and the haircut salons and we need to get the everything back to normal because we're not letting this affect us. Except you're gonna get hit the most by this virus if you do that. You fucking idiot. So it just baffles me, man. The states always continue to never cease to amaze me. That was not English, I don't think. But anyways, that did not make any sense. No grammar structure at all. Neema, you are stupid. What are you talking about? And I don't know. It's just it bothers me because I'm like, man, like all these people are working so hard to like quarantine and like stay at home and like social distance and like not fucking get in people's ways. And then all these people, these lunatics, are like, you know what? I'm done. I need to go outside. I need to be with my friends. I need to go tan. I need to go get my hair cut. Like, have you seen this? Have you seen my lineup? Have you seen my hair? Like, I can't do this anymore. No, I'm going outside. I'm going outside, no matter what. They said we can go, so we're going to be fine. It's okay, I'm immune. Yeah, but you're going to affect other fucking people, and you're going to kill everyone else. You're going to be happy about that? Huh? Craig? And Sharon? I don't know. I'm just naming up names. But, anyways, it's just annoying. What am I... Okay, so... I want to talk about today what I realized is, like, just from the quarantine is, like, people who had resolutions for 2020, are they out the window now? Like, no one has resolutions now. Because that shit is, for sure it's gone. Some of these people are probably like, oh, I'm going to hit the gym every day. Oh, I can't wait to hit the gym for, like, fucking forever, like, for 6 months. Some people probably, like, were like, oh, my New Year's resolution is to, like, go out and socialize as much as possible because, like, I've been such an introvert and, like, I just need to make connections and, like, make more friends and be friendly. And then coronavirus hits and the world's like, nope, stay inside, you bitch. You got fucked. They literally got shut down. People's resolutions are down the drain. No one has any resolutions anymore because of coronavirus. All the people, the gym people, the New Year, New Me people, I mean, they probably finished before the coronavirus even hit, but, like, even like now, like, but it was like the lockdown pretty much started at the beginning of March. So like some people were still probably like working on the resolutions and stuff, and they just got shattered by the lockdown because they can't do anything. You can't leave your house. You can't go and socialize. You can't go to the gym, right? So I guarantee you, fucking majority of people definitely gave up on their New Year's resolutions because of the coronavirus. So thank you, Corona, for literally shitting on people's resolutions. You're killing everyone's vibe, but also, I'm saying that as a joke, but at the same time, on some real shit, if you really let the coronavirus affect your resolutions and like, you know, you're like your goals to accomplish something in your own life to make yourself better, that's an excuse. You can't base something that you have a goal for off of an external event that happens. Like you can't like let an outside factor affect a goal that you have internally. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure, okay. If you say you're gonna hit the gym 3 times a week or 4 times a week, that's your resolution. You went from doing nothing, sitting on the couch, being a couch potato, fucking lazy ass, to wanting to hit the gym 4 times a week, and then the coronavirus hits and you stop. That's bullshit. All right, change it up. You have to adapt. You can't just give up because it's like, nope, gym's gone. All right, back to my old ways. Where's the Oreos, honey? No, man. Fucking go for a walk. Now I sound like Gary Vee. Go for a fucking walk, okay? Don't waste time. Dude, you think I fucking care? That the gyms are closed? Okay, like, I'll fucking walk. I'll run. Bro, I'll fucking run until I can't fucking run anymore. I'll fucking keep going. I'll do more. All right? Like, I'm not a bitch. All right? Like, I'm not like, so many people just want to complain. Like, wah. No. Like, write shit down. Adapt. You gotta adapt. Because if you're not going to adapt, like, there's nowhere you're going to go. You're not getting anywhere. Right? So it's like, hey, you have to adapt. Like, yeah, you can't hit the gym. Okay, go for a walk every day. That's what I started doing. I started walking every day. And, like, I told myself, okay, like, even if I can't run for my life, if my life depended on it, or do one push-up, or this or that. I was like, okay, where can I start that's at least easy and, like, I can maybe, like, warm up to it. I can flow into it. So I told myself, okay, I'll walk every day. So I started walking, man. First, I was like, okay, I'll go for a half an hour walk. I'll do half an hour. First week, I actually did up to 30 minutes every day. And every single time, I was gassed. And my back hurt, my legs hurt, my knees hurt. And, like, and the best part, the funniest part, after I finished, I'm like, I'm a god. I just walked for 30 minutes. You see me, bro? I did that shit, which is nothing in retrospect, but that's very subjective as well, because if I didn't put an effort into, like, changing my thought process and, like, fixing my mindset, and, like, opening my mindset to, like, how to grow and, you know, just be proactive and do something, I wouldn't be where I am now, because, like, I started walking 30 minutes every day for the first week. After the first week, I bumped it up to an hour already. I started walking an hour every day, and then sometimes I hit over an hour, and then, like, under an hour, and then, like, some days I went, like, 45 minutes. You know what I mean? I went less or more, and I did 31 days in a row, and then I missed one day finally, which is fine. And that's the part where people get discouraged and give up right away. I didn't give up. I missed a day, and then the next day I went back hard. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's the one thing, man. Like, you can't, like, if something happens and, like, oh, you say, like, oh no, I can't do it anymore because this happened or because this closed, and, like, oh man, fuck the world. You know, you can't be sour. You gotta, like, just kind of, like, take the L, and by L I mean learn and move on from it, and, like, find an alternative, because that's the only way you're gonna grow past any situation. It's the only way you're gonna make progress, and essentially get better at what you're doing in your life, in your career, everything. So that's my tip for the day. Tips with Neema. I don't know if it was good or not. I think it's just what I believe in. If you believe in that too, that's awesome. Give me a comment saying I believe in myself, like yourself, like not me. Believe in your whatever. Okay, I give up. No, I'm just kidding. So it's just like, follow your dreams, bro. Keep fucking grinding. All right, do your shit. Like, go for a run if you have. Man, I ran for the first time in like years, 2 weeks ago, and yeah, I ran for 15 seconds. And was I gassed? Yes. Could I fucking move my legs after? No. Did I immediately regret it? Yes. But did I feel better afterwards? Yes. And did I not want to do it again the next day? No. Because did I did I eventually get motivated and like confident and believe in myself more and want to run more because I know I can achieve more? Yes. And so I did that. Every day I bumped it up from 15 seconds to 30 seconds to 45. Did a minute. I did 3 minutes in a row. And then the last time I did 5 minutes in a row. And then like 8 minutes total. You know what I mean? Like you keep bumping it up. And then here's the problem, man. People always strive for perfection. Strive for excellence, baby. All right? The little steps. That's what matters. The little steps. Okay? Yeah. Like, and don't worry about other people's opinions. Just do whatever is good for you. Whatever works for you. And don't force anything, okay? If you feel, don't like think you have to run every day. Oh, look at this guy. He fucking does 80,000 push-ups, 70,000 pull-ups, and fucking throws hammers for 3 hours straight. You don't need to do that, okay? Find what works for you. Find what you like doing, and just do it. But the point here is be active. Get active, and get your heart pumping a little bit, no matter what you can do. So, anyways, I'm not sponsored by like Fit Tea or anything. I'm just passionate about this shit. Even though I'm still a big boy, I'm overweight. I'm losing weight though, man. I've been losing weight, which is nice, and I'm happy about it. So shout out my bro. He put me on some healthy shit. I'll get into that next episode. But another thing I want to talk about here is man, I'll do one quick story. I'll talk about one thing quick, and then I'm gonna do the stand up segment, and then I got a Q&A. I'm gonna answer people's questions from Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram or any of my social media, follow me right now. Neema Naz, NEEMANAZ. I'll post it in the description below, and follow me on there. Like I post daily content and stories, so you can see kind of like a sneak peek to my vlogs if you watch my vlogs, or if you want to get a shorter amount of like Neema Naz in your day. I post on my stories all the time. And Twitter too. I tweet my thoughts, whatever I think is funny or interesting or weird or stupid or boring. I tweet it all. And then TikTok too. Neema Nazari. I'm blowing up on there right now, which is cool. Like I have the biggest following on there out of all my platforms, and I'm just trying to grow, man. I'm trying to get bigger and bigger. Not physically, because I've been big my entire life, but I mean on social media and all the platforms. So, thank you for watching. If you've watched to this point, honestly, you're amazing, and I'm looking at you. You're amazing. You hear me? You are amazing. I don't wanna know your name. I just wanna love you forever. Okay, I'm gonna stop singing forever. No, but by the way, shout out to the 2 people who commented on my post last podcast with the carrot emojis. If you're watching my podcast at this point, till this point, post. Here, let's change it up. What are we gonna do this week? If you're watching my podcast until this point, comment this emoji on my newest Instagram post, doing this, and then say do that emoji, and then write Neema Pod. Yeah, say Neema Pod. This is so dumb. I don't know if no one's gonna fucking do this. Put this emoji. You know what I'm talking about, like that with and then Neema Pod. Write that on my Instagram, and then I'll know you've watched my podcast up until this point, dude. I've been talking about this for 2 minutes straight, and for sure everyone's tuned out. Okay, so let me talk about weed really quick. This is random because it was 420 this week. 420, April 20th. You know what that means? 420. If you don't know what 420 is, search it up on Google. But also, I'll tell you real quick. 420 is a national holiday where people celebrate marijuana and they smoke weed. which is pretty cool. I mean, like, I don't judge. I'm not gonna lie. I've smoked weed before, and I've talked about it on a couple of different podcasts actually before, and I'm not ashamed because I was a kid, bro. I was a teenager. I was even older than that, and I don't know, man. Like, it happens, bro. Like, you gotta live your best life. You gotta live your life. Just do what you love. Do what makes you happy. And one time the thing about weed, like 420, is like, first of all, it's kind of sad that like no one can celebrate anymore. At least this year because of coronavirus, everyone's locked down, so everyone on 420 literally smoked weed in their houses from their balconies, and they called that a 420 celebration, which sucks because usually like people go downtown and like they crowds of people smoking, clouds of smoke in the air, and it's pretty dope, no pun intended. But this year, man, it's a shit show. You can't, like, it sucks. Like, the streets are empty, no one's smoking weed outside, but I know a ton of people are guzzling weed in their houses. So it's no different. But 420 is crazy, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really celebrate because I don't really smoke weed. I don't smoke weed actually anymore. I used to smoke weed. If you smoke weed too, let me know in the comments. I'm telling your parents. But also, if you're younger and this is inappropriate, I'm sorry, but I had to talk about it. I have to talk about it. It's my life, bro. I can't just lie about my life, right? Okay. So, I don't know. Just like I just want to like touch on like weed a little bit. I remember I actually was the first ever person in my group of friends to smoke weed, and it's funny because I was the last person you would think that smokes weed in my group of friends as we grew up because I stopped like kind of like halfway through high school or after high school, right before high school ended. I stopped pretty much smoking weed, and all my other friends were just like smoke like crazy and like podheads almost. I became innocent, which is weird. I started off a fucking badass, and then I became innocent for some reason. And I've had a lot of trips, fun trips, good trips, bad trips. I greened out a couple times, dude. One time I smoked so much weed because I'm not used. Even when I did smoke weed, I'd smoke like small tokes, small portions, and I kind of knew my limits. But one time when I was living on my own, this was the scariest time of my life. This is what ultimately made me quit weed. I was living on my own. I was like 22 or 23, and I'm in my apartment by myself, and I bought weed from this fucking sketchy ass place. Which I'm thinking like, why the fuck that was so dumb. That was so stupid. It's stupid, bro. Literally, I bought weed from this place, and I usually smoked weed with other people, so I'd know I'd to only take a couple tokes, no more than one or two tokes, because that would get me really high. But this time, the first time ever, I went by myself, lit up this joint by myself, a whole gram of weed. If you don't know what a whole gram is, search that shit up because it's scary. If you're a beginner or if you don't really smoke weed, like, the shit will hit you hard, and everyone's different. But for me, I was typically a lightweight. I start like I'm just chilling at home, whatever. I'm just at home, like, fuck it, let me smoke weed. I start toking on this joint, and I'm going, and then like I'm watching TV, and like I don't realize it, but I keep toking and toking and toking, bro. At the end, I took like 12 tokes for sure, and I was coughing like crazy. And now I put the joint down, like the little roach that was left, a little bit left. I fucking finished it all, and I didn't realize, and I was like, what the oh fuck, I finished the whole thing. But I was like, okay, whatever, I'll be fine, dude. Tell me 10 seconds later, I get up to go to the fridge to get my food that I had left over to go eat after I was going to smoke. I was going to fucking murk this food because obviously munchies. I go to open the fridge. I literally went like this. As soon as I opened the door, everything went slow motion. Like I was in Minecraft. I was terrified. Everything was like, everything went like, it was so slow. I thought I was in an alternate dimension. I thought I was Interstellar for a second. It was so fucked. And like, it was so bad, I had to sit down, and like I couldn't even touch my food. I couldn't eat my food. I sat down, and I was like I everything was like blocks. It was like I was seeing blocks. It wasn't nothing was flowing. It was so choppy because I was super out of this world high. And it was so bad, I had to go lie down. And then this was the worst part. I'm lying down, and I start shaking, and I'm like twitching like crazy, and I'm making noises like like I was like a fucking crackhead in a tobacle. right? And I started like getting so paranoid. I start hearing shit. Like I was like, what the fuck? Am I schizophrenic now? Right? And then I was so bad. I was actually contemplating calling my parents at the time, like, yo, I'm sorry, I smoked weed. I'm a drug addict. Like, yo, like if you abandon me, I understand. Like it was like so bad. And like to this day, I'm like, why the fuck did I do that shit, right? And so I don't know what the point of this story is, to be honest. I'm fucking rambling. Once again, I don't even know if this podcast is even good, but who cares? Because I'm talking about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And yeah, man, weed was like that for me. I have a bunch of other stories too, but I don't really have that. I don't have time to, unfortunately, to talk about it all right now because I gotta get through some shit. All right. So yeah, anyways, if you smoke weed, let me know in the comments. I'm telling on you. I'm calling the cops. So all right, let's. It is time for drumroll, please. Stand up bits with Nimanas. Okay, all right, okay. I'm gonna try 5 minutes of new stand up material, which is gonna be shite, but it's a sneak peek for the people who are watching here. Okay, what do I have here? Oh, buddy, this is funny. This is so dumb. All right, I talked about social distancing, racist last time. All right, guys. So they say that fidgeting and like shaking your leg burns off 350 calories a day. And I'm a fidgeter. I have anxiety. I always shake my leg. Guess what? I lost 90 pounds in 1 year. That's how much anxiety I have. That's all I have for that. Okay, that's a terrible joke. Not even a joke. Middle Eastern. Okay, here's stupid. This is stupid as fuck. So I have a Middle Eastern name, right? Neema Nazari. I have a Middle Eastern name, right? Middle Eastern name. But I ironically don't have a middle name. Get it? Of course, it's terrible. Next joke. Oh, when I was a kid playing soccer, I was in, obviously, when you're a kid, there's an organization. I don't know if it's like anywhere else in the world, but in Canada, there's a thing called Timbits Soccer. Timbits. And if you're not from Canada, Timbits usually means like these like little like mini donuts that you get from Tim Hortons, which is pretty much like a Dunkin' Donuts. Like it's like a donut shop. It's like they sell coffee, like donuts, cookies, like pastries, bagels. You know what I mean, like breakfast stuff. So I was enrolled in Timbits Soccer as a kid, and this is so dumb. In the middle of the, I was such a fat kid. In the middle of the game one time, sorry, like, yeah, in the middle of the game, when when the game was like stopped, it was like halftime. I asked the coach, I was like, "Hey, excuse me, where are the Timbits?" Thinking they gave us Timbits when we were playing soccer. That's how fat I was. And the guy's like, coach is like, what are you talking about? Neema, we don't have Timbits. And I'm like, what? Oh, I thought this was Timbits Soccer. Like, this coach is like, oh, no, that's just the name of the league. And me being an idiot was got so mad and like pissed off at my parents because they told me I was doing Timbits Soccer, thinking I'm gonna be eating Timbits while playing soccer, which is why I'm so fat. But then one time I remember I got so frustrated and so like emotional, and I cried to my parents. The next game, I begged them so hard to get me Timbits. I wouldn't play unless they bought me Timbits. The next game I'm playing, I literally like in the middle of the game, I just ran across to my mom and her friend who's on the sidelines, and she had like 20 pack of Timbits. I went, mucked a couple Timbits, put them in my mouth, ate them, and I was like, and then went back on the field and played soccer. Like I'm fucked. All right, that's my other bit. Here's another one. I got fired a couple times from from jobs. I worked shitty part-time jobs my whole life. One time I worked at, the fastest I ever got fired was 3 days. 3 days into working a job. I worked at this place called Harvey's or slash Swiss Chalet. It was both of them in the same place. I was working in the back in the kitchen. My job was to prep the meats and like make the chickens and like cut them up and like put them into bowls and shit for the people to put them together into sandwiches. My job was to take these fucking fat hot chickens out of the oven and like take them out of the oven hot as fuck with no gloves with the pits, and then take the chickens off the pit onto a plate or like a big like this like steel counter, and tell me how the first chicken I touch, my hand burns first of all, and I'm like what, do we not have gloves? And the guy's like, no, we don't have gloves, just like take it out. I'm like, what do you mean just take it out, bro? Are you fucking superhuman? You don't get affected by the heat? And so the second time I touch it and I try to take it out, dude, I'm telling you, it was so hot. I was like, I was like, hot potato. Yo, I tried to like control it and I fucking slipped out of my hand and I dropped it on the ground. So first chicken out the window, already fucked up. First hour of my job. The second time I had to take out a chicken. I was so fucking strict. I was so like worried that I would drop it again that I was so focused on it. And I actually they gave us these like latex gloves. He's like, okay, here's plastic. They're plastic gloves. Does nothing. I grabbed the fucking pit this time. Oh, it's still hot, but I was like, fuck it, bro. I can't drop this again. I take it out and then I put it on the counter to like take the chicken off the pit itself. Yo, tell me how I'm holding the top, right? The fat whole chicken's here. I go to like push it off to like take it off. But I was sliding it off the pit, but it got stuck halfway. So I pushed it a little hard to like, you do a little yank to like get it going. Dude, I pushed it, and like I pushed it a little too hard. Yo, as soon as I pushed it, it slid off. It went flying on the counter. It went shoom, boom. It went flying into the fridge, and it dropped on the ground again. And I got fired 2 hours later. So that's my story of that. All right. Thank you guys. That was my 5 minutes of brand new material. And I hope you didn't vomit because that was disgusting and so bad. All right, guys. It's time for the Q&A portion of my podcast, of the Finding Neema podcast. Let's get straight to it. All right. I asked questions on my Instagram story. I put a poll of, hey guys, what do you want me to talk about on my podcast? I'll talk about it in the next podcast. And here I am. So I'm going to look at these suggestions right here and just talk about them or say something about it. First one is Gary V. All right, someone told me to do Gary V. Bro, you think I fucking care? If you're going, just don't fucking quit, okay? Like, dude, I fucking slept on the streets for like 17 years, okay? I didn't complain. I fucking grinded. I went to garage sales, eBay, buy, sell, take a fucking chair, wait outside for the manager to come out, talk to him, connect, LinkedIn. Don't be a fucking bitch. Fuck your parents. Okay, dude, I've done so many Gary Vee impressions today. I'm fucking tired. It's like literally 1 in the morning right now. I'm about to go to sleep after this. A day in the life of Neema. Honestly, I just wake up. I'm naked as fuck. I go to the washroom. I sit on my bed actually first for 20 minutes, just staring at the ground because I'm fucking so tired. And then I make my bed. I go downstairs, write in my journal, go for a walk, have lunch, talk to my parents, my family, work on my content, write down material, edit vlogs, edit my podcasts, talk to my friends, and then that's it. It's a cycle every day. And then do social media stuff. Canadian culture and Persian culture. I love Canadian culture. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're okay, bud. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Just gonna hang out there with my boys, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time. All right, there, fella. Right. I love Canada. I love being in Canada. I love being born in Canada, and I'm very blessed to be in a good country. Persian culture. Obviously, I'm Persian, and I come from the background of the Persians. So it's nice. I'm glad to have such a cool, rich culture and funny accent that comes with it. So shout out to my Persians. Oh, also shout out official Johnny D, who asked the first questions, Gary V, Andre Mina Savand, the second question, and then Hasti Faribors, that third one. Fosia999 asks interesting life stories. Oh fuck. I guess. Man, I don't know. It's just I don't want to go too long, but I guess the weed story was an interesting one, if that counts. If not, then I'll do a quick one right here. One time my mom followed me around whenever I was a kid, and even when I was fucking 20. But one time when I was 16, I was with my boys. There's like 40 of us. We're in a playground, and at night, and everyone's drinking and smoking. But like obviously, I didn't tell my mom I was doing that. Bro, tell me, she always like stalked me and like wanted to know where I was when I left the house, when I was at a party, everything. We're outside in this summertime. There's like 40 of us. We're outside in the old elementary school parking lot, like the playground, sorry, and we're all just like chilling, like playing ball, whatever, just hanging out. Across the field, there's a church and the church parking lot. There's no one in sight at this time. It was like 10 p.m. at night on a Friday night. I see a car at some point, a white car drive in with the lights on. And then it comes to the end of the parking lot facing us. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Then my mom calls me. And I was like, what the fuck? Why is my mom calling? She's like, Nima, where are you? I'm like, oh, I'm just with my friends. We're just hanging out. She's like, okay, are you out drinking? Are you doing drug? I'm like, no, we're just like chilling. We're just like hanging out and like talking. And then I look over, and then I was like, oh, where are you? And she's like, oh, nothing. I'm home. What do you mean? I'm home. I'm like, are you sure? And then I look at that car, and I notice that it's a white Volkswagen, which is the exact same car my mom had at the time. And I'm like, are you in the church park? Are you looking at me right now? And then she's like, and then, sorry, I think paused. And then she's like, no, what do you mean? What are you talking, Chimigi? And I was like, you're in the church parking lot. You're looking at me right now. And then all of a sudden, you just see the light shut off of her car. And she starts driving away. I was like, you just shut your lights off. And like, no, Khodafis, bye. See you later. And she drove away. I was like, are you kidding me? You're stalking me? Okay. So that's an interesting story. Shahosa Booni. Talk about the MJ doc on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to go watch it after this. Jill Josh. Penne Fresco Pizza from Fortino's. Bro, are you fucking dumb, bro? Stugats. Penne Fresco. Dog. That shit's crack. Ordinary life, sex. Cool, sex is good. Robbie.rob. Just keep doing what you're doing, brother. You got a good soul. Let that shit shine. Oh, thanks, Robbie. Appreciate that. Girl by Jay. I'm half Persian. Do a skit about messed up lunches we go for school. I will. Thank you. All right. That's one. What's next? You're half Persian. Do a skit. Oh, wait, I already read that. All right. What's another one? Farrowin, our cyber romance. Don't kill me. Imaz June, Toronto Sports. Man, shout out Raptors, baby. We the champs. We the North. We should be crowned automatic champs again because of the hiatus on the season. You should the contending champions, the defending champions should ultimately be the winners of this year because that's not fair otherwise. Get it, Gang 5. Toronto lingo nowadays. Yo, dog, mans are walking around saying shit like, tutus, mans are wasty. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nice your beak, fam. Leah Gem, your motivational talks. Honestly, just like, live your best life. Don't listen to other people's judgments and opinions. Do what you love, what makes you happy, and don't forget why you're doing what you're doing. Find a purpose and go for it. All right, I believe in you. Believe in yourself, and just be confident and make progress little by little. Strive for excellence, not perfection, and you'll be successful. I believe in you. All right, next. Basketball, love it. Goose versus Chos, definitely Goose. Abdullah's career tips for beginning. I have no idea what that means. Niusha. Body insecurity in men. Honestly, I've been insecure in my body for years, my whole life pretty much, but I'm finally comfortable in my own body. I have big man titties and I have a big gut and shit and like whatever, but like I don't care anymore. I love myself. You have to love yourself from within first before other people can love you. So just accept that fact of where you are and just like work towards being better. That's all that matters. Okay? Don't worry about other people and just fucking love yourself. So be more open. Men need to be more open. James Green Infinity, what's the best way to start the day? Honestly, wake up, make your bed, and meditate. Trust me, it'll do wonders. And what's next? Lauren Lee Official, love your content. Thank you. What's another good one? We've got the rest. Got the rest. Got the rest. Who would you like to collaborate in the future with? In the future, also, how would you expand the outcome? I would love to collab with Nelk Boys. They're the fucking truth, man. I've been watching them since like 2012. I saw them grow from like 50K to now 6 million, I think. Love Kyle. He's dope. It's funny as hell. And Jesse too. I loved Lucas too before he left. But yeah, those guys are the truth, man. I'm gonna collab with them. I know it. Y'all done Assyrian. How could you help small businesses? Just fucking connections, bro. Networking. Just make content. Content game, baby. Content is king. We've got all right, a couple more, and then I gotta finish it off, boys and girls. What is the scariest thing you have ever done? Probably go on Drop Zone in Wonderland. It's like a massive roller coaster. Almost shit my pants. My balls went inside me. Lover bones. Your dating life 0, nothing. How's your spiritual practice helping you through these times? Honestly, my mindset is like not like the best it's ever been, and I just think more positive now. Like every time, instead of getting mad or sad or like blaming the world, I accept what I just went through. I think about it, and then I think of, okay, how can I make this better? How can I get better? So, and that's it. It's just like you have to like have real talks with yourself. What makes me nervous? Sometimes talking to girls, going up on stage, doing stand up, a bunch of shit. But like it's all good nerves. You know what I mean? I love it. Weird thoughts you had as a kid. Armin Blue. Weird thoughts I had as a kid. Fuck, I don't even know. That's a good question. I guess like weird thoughts I had as a kid. I I used to think what was a good one. I used to man, honestly, I used to think like people like if you if like people who like wouldn't smile, I thought they were like enemies, like they were evil. Like people who just had like a resting bitch face, I thought they were like they weren't like real people like me. That's just like I don't know, it's random as fuck. Sweet and B, growing up Persian, how things were with your family, how your family got to Canada. My family emigrated to Canada when I was actually before I was born. They had my brother, and then 4 years later, came to Canada. Had me 2 years later, and then I grew up in a nice household. Met a lot of Persian people. Actually, like I didn't grow up with Persians. I just grew up with my family, really, and then that's it. And like they're friends sometimes, but it was cool, man. Just like a regular immigrant life. A lot of like pressure on doing well in fucking school, but also good culture, good food. So, it's really good. What do you do to get rid of stress? Definitely fucking jerk it. Definitely whack the mole. Whack the fucking mole, eh? No, I'm kidding. Meditation helps. Going on walks, talking to people, like, talking shit through. Shit like that. I'm not Muslim. Nope. I don't believe in religion. Roy Donnie, purpose of life. Find your purpose. Do what you love. Serena DS. Like do interviews with other influencers. Oh yeah, for sure I will. James Green Infinity. If you had all the money in the world, what would you buy? Nothing beats happiness. So I don't really care about the money. But if I did have all the money in the world, I would give it to the rest of the world and let everyone share the wealth. Schoolboy. Sarah Sadler. Where do you find inspiration before making content? Honestly, it just comes to me randomly. I could be in the shower, walking down the road, eating rice, yelling at someone, beating my meat, but like it'll just come randomly, and then like I just like write it down in my phone, and then if it's funny, it's funny. If it's not, then I scrap it. It's like random, but yeah, I have a weird brain. What type of off-top is best, Ronan? All of them. Your life, past, present, future. Don't know what that means, but whatever. Your background makes you that builds a deep connection. And life as a comedian. Joyt Bahrawani. Honestly, it's I love it so much, but it's also so stressful sometimes, and like so just very hard. But like I don't even care. Like, I love that it's hard. I love the process, and I love it, so I don't care about going through the struggles, because if you love something, you'll even if you struggle, you'll find a way to get better and like be good at that thing. So it's a great thing. It's one of my favorite things in the world, and I'm blessed to be able to do it and go for it. So I love being a comedian, and I can't wait to be successful and like one day just tour the world doing. Okay, I think that cut off. I think my phone died, or I think my storage got full, so I had to like reset real quick. But it's pretty much the end of the podcast. So I guess it's a good place to cut it. But thank you for watching. That was all random. That whole 45 minutes. If you watched, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Once again, if you watched till this point, send me this emoji with Neema Pod beside it. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. Tell me any tips you think I should to make my podcast better, whatever you want to see more of, what you want to see less of, whatever, anything. So just show me your ideas or whatever in the comments. Write a comment below, whatever you want, just so I know to do this more, and I'm going to do it more because I love it. So thank you again for watching me. My name is Neema Naz, aka Neema Naz, on all my platforms. Follow me everywhere. I post all the time, every single day. So if you're not tired of me, then thank you, because there's going to be a lot of me. And that's it. So thanks for watching and listening for the people on the audio, and I will see you guys next week on another episode of Finding Nemo. All right, peace.
Shorty gon' hit me up on Snapchat, so you know I had to hit it with a snapback. Big ting, yeah, she from Iraq. Yeah, you know I had to go